All right, thanks, Brandy. Well, it is time for our wonderful segment of Pet Place. This morning we have joining us Mary Raymer from the Pocatello Animal Shelter, as well as this beautiful, gentle giant. Thank you so much for joining us, Mary. Now tell us, this is a beautiful Rottweiler boy.
It really is. It's Mac. Yes, he is and as you can see, he's very gentle.
Oh, really, yeah, and he's this whole entire show, he's just been very well-mannered, very sweet, very kind, but tell us kind of his story. He's 7 years old.
He's 7 years old. His owners released him to us. They just couldn't afford to keep him any longer and had to release him to us.
Okay.
We did adopt him out to a family who had another dog, and he did come back because that dog and him, there was too much male thing going on there, and they just
the dominance factor with that.
So it didn't work. So he really probably should be in a home with either no other dogs, or we're going to have to find one that's definitely submissive to this dog.
Maybe like a female? Do you think you might get along with a female in this situation?
That might work, especially if she's going to be the one to let him be the alpha. Then that might just work. He does need also probably a 7-foot or higher fence.
Okay.
He's pretty secure fencing. He's pretty good about climbing. I noticed when I went and get him out of the shelter today, his pen has a lock on it. So I mean, so I think
a smart dog too.
The locks, yes, the gates. He is a smart one.
Okay, and now let's talk a little bit about the large breed dog. Kind of the exercising aspect. It seems some people can be afraid of big dogs and getting a big dog in the sense that they think they're going to have to, run them all the time and feed them all this food and water. But for a lot of the breeds, that isn't the case.
No. In a large breed dog, your first 2 years is where most of your work is. Once they kind of get out of that 2 years, they start eating less. They kind of establish out. They eat less food. They don't take as much. I had a Great Dane in a small house, and he did great as a couch potato, but that's pretty much all he wanted. So a walk in the morning and a walk at night for about 15 minutes to half an hour was all he really needed.
Okay.
And then, during the day, he got to go outside when he needed to just to do a little bit of running too, but there really wasn't a lot of exercise needed for the bigger ones.
Okay.
But they do need exercise, so you got to make sure you do get
You can't neglect them and leave them.
Right.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining the show. We'll have all of these details on our website. If you are interested in cats or dogs, head on over to the Pocatello Animal Shelter or our webpage, kpvi.com.